Have you ever wondered who really decides what you believe? Because the truth is, you don't just consume news, you're being fed a version of it. From Cold War spies planting stories in newspapers to modern fact-checkers deciding what's true and what isn't, governments have always found ways to shape the narrative. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on how they do it and how much of what you see might be manufactured. It started in the shadows of the Cold War. The CIA quietly launched something called Operation Mockingbird, a program to influence journalists and news outlets across the US and Europe. Hundreds of reporters, editors, even executives were allegedly on the CIA payroll. Some worked for the New York Times, Time Magazine, and CBS News. The idea was simple: control the story, control the people. If America wanted to justify foreign wars, hide coups, or spin public opinion, they didn't need to censor the press. They just had to own it from within. By the 1970s, the secret began to leak. The Church Committee, a US Senate investigation, exposed the CIA's manipulation of the media. But instead of ending the practice, it simply went underground. And as the internet was born, that control evolved from printing presses to algorithms.
Fast forward to the 2000s, the new battleground isn't newspapers, it's your feed. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter became the new global stage, but every platform needs an algorithm, a system deciding what billions of people see first and what gets buried. That algorithm is today's most powerful editor. Governments learned this quickly. Leaked documents from the US, the UK, and even the EU show governments pressuring tech companies to remove or de-rank posts that threaten national security. In 2023, internal Twitter files revealed how US agencies like the FBI and DHS sent lists of accounts to monitor, sometimes journalists or independent researchers, labeling them as misinformation. So even though we think we're freer than ever online, the truth is control has never been more precise. And here's the clever part: the control doesn't always look like censorship. Sometimes it's disguised as something good.
You've seen those little boxes under posts. This claim has been disputed. This information is misleading. They look innocent, even helpful. But who decides what's true? Many fact-check organizations are funded by governments or powerful foundations. For example, Facebook's fact-checking program partners with outlets like Reuters, a company that, by the way, has business ties with Pfizer and governments. In 2021, a PolitiFact editor admitted their team doesn't always verify everything equally. Translation: some topics get more protection than others. It's not that all fact checks are fake, but when fact-checking becomes selective truth-telling, you're not seeing journalism anymore. You're seeing narrative management. And this isn't theory. There are real-world examples of how this plays out. In 2013, Edward Snowden leaked documents proving that the NSA was secretly monitoring global communications, including American citizens. Major media outlets were hesitant to cover it at first. Why? Because many of them had cozy relationships with intelligence officials. In 2019, when Jeffrey Epstein was arrested, ABC News anchor Amy Robach admitted on a leaked tape that her network had killed the story years earlier, saying it was too powerful to air. In 2020, the Hunter Biden laptop story was labeled Russian disinformation by dozens of media outlets just weeks before the US election. A year later, most of those same outlets quietly admitted it was real. That's how information control works today. It's not about silencing everyone, it's about deciding when the truth is allowed. And when you see the pattern, it's hard to unsee it. So, what can you do? Start by questioning, not rejecting what you see. Ask who benefits from the narrative being pushed. Follow independent journalists and small media outlets that don't rely on government funding. Compare how different countries cover the same event. And remember, true journalism isn't about agreement, it's about accountability. Media is supposed to serve the people, but when power shapes perception, you have to be the one to step back and look deeper. Because in the end, the most dangerous kind of propaganda is the one you don't realize you're watching. If this video opened your eyes, share it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more truth-based breakdowns of the stories shaping your world. The more people who see it, the harder it becomes to control what we believe.